Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Brady now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Pats, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried, few have succeeded. What do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. A little juke. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And Folk's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, is he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held it.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Nick Folk for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Marvin Hall returning it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On the handoff, it's White, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
1st down, here's White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and trying to wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a first down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. But Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Well, that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And Chris Godwin, one of those great unselfish players. Remember, he gave up his uniform number to Tom Brady when he got to town. He's kind of known as the 1B to Mike Evans' 1A in this Tampa Bay pecking order among receivers. He makes a nice catch there.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Jones. And he'll drop it underneath to White. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, Jones. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. The 40. The 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, here's Hall. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Myers. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Jacoby Myers made the team as an undrafted free agent. He's one of the few holdovers from last year, and he was the most productive. Led the team with 59 catches. Wants to add a few more to his career total as this game moves on.
Back to throw again. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. To throw again on second down. Jones got the connection here to Bourne. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And a dump off to White. And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Folk's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away from the 6. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, a touchdown pass in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the AFC West. The Raiders and Chargers live from SoFi Stadium. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the...
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A gain of 3, second down. They stay on the ground with White. And some space here. Oh, some strong running. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Jones from the gun on third down. Got a man open. That's Harry. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Back to throw. Jones. He'll leave this one for White. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dante Hightower.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second and goal from the 1. Again, this is White, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass.
And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And to the surprise of many, the New England Patriots made a huge splash in free agency. And on the first day, they added Hunter Henry from the Chargers. 5 years there, career-high 60 catches last year. He expects that.
Touchdown, Patriots! Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Folk connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A check down here to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Brady to throw again. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw again on second down. Brady, he's got it complete to Gronkowski. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the Patriots force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They keep it on the ground. White again. Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, Gronkowski complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. On On second down, it's Jones.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now Brady, got to have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. On for the extra point is Folk. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's got Mason complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Defense wins championships, baby. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, Alabama.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Watch the safety creep.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Keep it up, guys.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. One final try now for Brady. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Patriots, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.